There is a trailer called I Am Jesus Christ where you play as Jesus, and you go around performing miracles, healings, and stuff like that. I honestly thought it was a joke when I saw it in my feed, because I get a lot of fan-made stuff come up all the time. But you know, it intrigued me, so I clicked on it. I watched it, and it's legit. There's a video game where you are Jesus. You are playing as Jesus. I've got mixed feelings about this. It's very I mean, I was not something I would have ever expected. I mean, I've seen terrible games based on Bible stories. I mean, your Wisdom Tree stuff that was released on NES, and all that kind of stuff. But before I go on and I give you my thoughts on it, I'll play the trailer, and we'll talk about it. So let's play. Here we go. There he is. Okay. Looks like he's going to heal this lady. And he has a life bar. Jesus has a life bar that goes down when he heals someone. I honestly thought he was going to transform her into a younger woman. Okay, one of his disciples. This must be in reference to the feeding of the 5,000. I love this facial expression. Whoa. Should I hunger? And the release of me shall not thirst. Calming the storm. It looks very nice. Like, the game looks like visually quite nice. So that was the trailer for the video game I Am Jesus. So what do I make of it? Well, on the positive side, it doesn't look like it's mocking him, or it's trying to mock him like shows like Family Guy and that would do. In fact, the game looks visually stunning. Like, the graphics look amazing, and it has a very calm and gentle feeling and atmosphere to it. But on the flip side of that, being a game, it naturally has to impose some sort of limitations to provide a challenge to the player. And so I noticed in some of those few scenes that we saw that Jesus has a life bar, and that it goes down when he's healing these people or performing some sort of miracle. And this goes against Scripture. It goes against his character. Now, Jesus doesn't have finite power. He doesn't have a health bar. He cannot be killed. Scripture says he sustains all things by his powerful word, through whom all things were created. He's God in the flesh, yet this game portrays him as a more like a human with superpowers. So yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I don't have high expectations for this game. I believe it's been released in 2021. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll provide updates when it gets released, but I don't have high expectations for it. The game looks like it's mostly designed and built by unbelievers, so it's gonna have a worldly perspective on the Bible, so I don't expect it to be representing Jesus properly. I mean, you look at the movies that come out of Hollywood and their take on Noah, their take on Moses, and how they add things in, how they misrepresent the characters and the actual story, and the theology behind it. So I don't expect it to be that great. My biggest fear for this game is that for those that play it, for those that are unbelievers, I mean, they don't read the Bible, they don't read the Scriptures that much, so they're not going to understand the context of a lot of these scenarios that they're going to encounter. So I don't want this to be sort of where they get their education from, where they get their theology from about the Bible, I don't want them to form their opinions about a misrepresented piece of art or a game. And that's what I'm worried about. So because people can get all these bits of information about a particular character or a particular subject or a particular story from all these different sources that may not be representing a legitimate view of that source. So and it creates the identity of this character in their mind of who he is and everything like that. So yeah, so that's my biggest fear for that game, that it misrepresents Jesus as a character, it downplays his deity, and I didn't see any mention of the gospel, which is the entire reason why God became flesh and was crucified on that cross. So I don't know if they're going to work that into the game, because that is a major thing. That is God's redemption plan for humanity. That's why he came into this world. That's why he became flesh. So if they do include the gospel, then that's something, that's at least it's been told. But other than that, it looks like it's just it looks like it's just downplaying who Jesus is. It's misrepresenting his character, and for something like that, I can't get on board with that, and I can't recommend that to people. But this is what this channel is all about. It's to take a critical look at all the movies that are produced by Hollywood, all the books that are produced by all these different authors. You got a lot of prosperity stuff that's produced, and just wading through all that stuff, taking a look at all this stuff, and providing my own critique on it, putting it under a biblical filter, and actually seeing what it gets right and what it gets wrong, what is contrary to Scripture, and what is aligned with it. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and yeah, we'll look forward to the next one.